This is lesson 2 of Unit 7. It describes about the Muslim states in the Ethiopian region in the Horn of Africa up to 1529. Trade and Islam were the main factor for the emergence of Muslim states in the Horn of Africa, or the region so-called Ethiopia. When you see there are three main gateways for the penetrations of Islam to the Horn of Africa, but according to our lesson, or the penetrations of Muslim to Ethiopian region there are two main gateways. The first one is through the Dahlak Island, and the second one is through the ports of the Yela. The Muslim sultanates share so many common features from this. The first one is their population made up of a Muslim community. When you see the first character features of Muslim states where they were predominantly Muslims. The second one is the rulers exercised both religious as well as political power, meaning that of the religious ruler become a political rulers of a country. And the third one is Islam and the trade were the main factor for the emergence of states, or for emergence of Muslim sultanates. And the fourth one, most of the sultanates were located in the southeastern lowland part of Ethiopia, or eastern peripheries of Ethiopia. And the community practiced mixed farming, but the economy is mainly depend on trading activity. When you see one by one Islamic states or sultanates of Islam, sultanates of Ethiopia, the first one is the sultanates of Shawa. When you see Shawa was the first of the oldest Muslim sultanate in the Ethiopian region. The ruler came to power in 897 AD. The ruling dynasty of the sultanates was Maxumite dynasty. When you see Maxumite was a descendant from the Maxumite clan of Saudi Arabia. Second one is Sultanates of Dahlak. Dahlak is a common name for the groups of Iceland in the Red Sea, not far from that of Massawa, closest to Massawa. The Arab established their settlements on the Dahlak Island after they had attacked and destroyed Idolis in 702 AD. The economy of Sultanate is based on trade and that of piracy, and somehow that of robbery in the Red Sea trade. The Sultanates of Ifat. It was emerged in the mid-13th century. The founder was Umar Walazma, and he was from that of Walazma family. Because of that, the dynasty is named by the Walazma dynasty. During the regions of Umar, Ifat subdued and incorporated the Muslim sultanates of Shawa. They controlled Shawa and monopolized that of trade through the ports of Zayila. And the Christian king named by Amdazion, or the most expansionist kings of Christian Highland Kingdom, come to fight against the peoples and that of sultanates of Ifat. During that time, the ruler of Ifat was very strong, so-called Sultan Sabraddin, but at the last, the ruler of Ifat was defeated by a Christian Highland Kingdom force, and Ifat became tributary states of Christian Highland Kingdom. The region to regain their power, to regain their independence, they fought and that of to regain the control of Zayila, as well as to control the trade through the ports of Zayila route. Haqqadin and Sadaddin retreated to Harar Plateau and set up a new Muslim resistance force at the home base of Harar. The third one. The fourth one is Sultanates of Hadiya. It was the oldest Muslim states in Ethiopia, but we don't know when the Sultanate became that of when the Sultanate was emerged. We don't know the time when was Hadiyya was established. The Sultanate first mentioned during the regions of Hamdatsion, but when you see some information declared about that of the Islamic states of Hadiyya was established before the rise of Hamdatsion, because when the time of Hamdatsion, Hadiyya was mentioned. The Sultanates occupied mostly western territories of Ethiopian region. It touched west of Gibe River and the south stretched out to that of Lake Awasa and the north to Lake Zawai. The economy of the kingdom was based on a mixed farming, and the royal titles of Hadiyya was Garad. The well-known Hadiyya and Garad, the daughters married to Emperor Zara Yaqub and become Queen Ilani. The fifth sultanate in Ethiopia was Bali. There is no evidence about when was sultanate was emerged. The sultanate first mentioned with the same history with that of Hadiyya at the time of Hamdatsion. The sultanate of Bali was mentioned, but it was established priorly before the advance of Hamdatsion. The ruler used royal titles of Garad, similar that of Hadiyya. The Sultanate include the present-day Sidama ethnic groups and Oromo peoples. The sixth one is Sharka, the Sultanate of Sharka. It was present day located in Arisi, especially Arisi Oromo was the part of a territories of a medieval Sultanate of Sharka. We don't know when the Sultanate was emerged, but similar to that of the Bali and Hadiyya, it was the Sultanate was tributary states become when Christian Highland Kingdom controlled it in the 14th century. The first quarters of the 15th century, the area controlled by Imam Ahmad ibn Ibrahim bil Ghazi. The settlement or the settlers of medieval Sharqa consists of Alaba and Oromo people. Sultanates of Daura. It was situated south of Sewa, border or Ifat on the right banks of Awash, and southward as far as Wabi, border of Bali. It corresponds to the present Arisi, Sidama, and Dauro. They were moved to Omo River Valley because of the Ahmed ibn Ibrahim War or Grany Ahmed War. Sultanates of Dara. It was a small sultanate located in eastern parts of Awash between Dauro and Bali. The Christian Highland Kingdom used Dara as a place of tributary to the Christian Highland Kingdom. And the second group became militant wings of the sultanates of Ifat, and they opposed the dominations of Christian Highland Kingdom, and they exiled to Harar and established a new hostile independent states, or they began to restore the independence of Ifat, and they established the capital at Harar. The militant group decided to establish a new base in the lowlands of Harar and formed Adal. Its first center was Dakar, southeastern parts of Harar. The successor of Umar Walazma, Haqqadin and Saad ad-Din rebelled against Amdatsion, son, so-called Saif Arad, and the Sultan Ahmad Badli. Next to the days of Haqqadin and Saad ad-Din, they were replaced by Sultan Ahmad Badli. He ruled Adal from 1433 to 1445. He led a military campaign against Christian Highland Kingdom king, so-called Zara Yaqub. But Ahmad Badli was defeated and killed by the Christian force in 1445. The war of Christian Highland kingdom and other was continue for a long period of time. This is all about lesson 2. I will return back with lesson 3.